Welcome to Outside Xbox, and oh my gosh you guys, it's world exclusive gameplay footage of Project Cars running on an Xbox One. How did that get in here? Alright, so a quick disclaimer, this isn't the final version of the game, but with the newly announced May release date still fast approaching, this early version must be pretty close to what you'll be playing when it finally lands on Xbox One. A fair few people were convinced that the Xbox One version of Project Cars didn't exist, but here it is, and you know what? It looks pretty great. Fancy lighting, detailed cars, and gorgeous tracks are all present and correct, but the really good news is you're getting an experience that isn't some cut-down console version of a complex PC racing simulator. Project Cars treats you like you know what you're doing, and dishes up a ton of techie options for you to play around with if you see fit. For a start, the game's repertoire of weather options represents the full gamut of the traditional British summer. There's pissing rain, freezing fog, thunder, lightning, and yes, the occasional sunny day. You can decide a sort of playlist of conditions and the speed at which they transition before you head into a quick race, so you can watch as the Nürburgring transforms itself from just legendarily fatal racing circuit to full-on haunted forest. Spooky. Another thing that sets Project Cars apart from other console races is the sheer number of cars on the track at once. We're used to around 15 opponents maximum in console races, but here, on circuits that will accommodate it, you can expect double that, at least. The result can end up pretty similar to the I-405 on a Monday morning. All that stuff comes together for the world's most famous endurance race, the Le Mans 24 Hours, which is licensed in the game. You can rack up a grid of 44 AI-controlled cars from multiple classes and blast twice round the clock through variable weather conditions. It's super atmospheric, particularly watching the headlights blink on as the sun sets, and if you quite understandably don't fancy doing the full deep vein thrombosis-inducing 24 hours, you can speed the day-night cycle up too for a condensed version of the experience. All these variable conditions make the career mode more convincing too. Practice sessions might be early in the morning, with the race in the late afternoon. The weather might be bone dry for qualifying, but torrential rain in the race. It all serves to make every race in your career feel like a proper event. So, having finally played it on our console of choice, you can consider us officially excited for Project Cars. The game has a wealth of cars and tracks from all sorts of motor racing disciplines and decades, plus a load of features that you just don't usually see in console racing games, including those huge grids of opponents. It sort of reminds us of the old TOCA race driver games before they became the Grid series. It's got that sort of club motorsport vibe and the sense of climbing the career ladder to the more powerful cars and bigger events. At the same time though, if you just want to chuck together a quick race or a multiplayer session, you've got unprecedented control over the fine details of the event. This is car nerd paradise, and barring a few AI quirks that we're hoping will be cleared up for a release, we're ready to throw ourselves at that career and pretend to be a proper racing driver. Like if you enjoyed this, and subscribe for more of me nerding out about cars every time a racing game comes even vaguely close to an Xbox One. See you next time.